2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man, a young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And there it is.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
Currently 1 under for the round. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
That should find the fairway. Second shot on the second. Oh, well done. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, just missed. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here. This is what they have left for birdie here.
Looking good.
A well holed, he'll take the birdie.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He finds himself in a share of 4th. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property, and this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Oh, what a super shot.
This player is putting for fun.
Currently at -3 for the round. One of the hardest holes on the entire property is the par 4 4th, Rich. It is a strong, demanding hole right from tee to green.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance of knocking it on this green in two. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Going with the hybrid. And tidy looking shot, that one. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Just one off the lead after that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Good sounding strike, that one.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That's frustrating. Let's return to live play now. A chance to move into first place on the leaderboard. Good stroke. And with that, that's their fourth birdie. Step aside, everyone else. Now number one. Leading by a shot after that hole. Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 6th, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in two. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on. Because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well. Your iron play has to be spot on, and your short game better be sharp, because if not, you're going to shoot a million. Both of these golf courses very challenging, but they're fair, and I think that's what the players love about it. If you're in a good zone mentally and everything is going well physically, you can produce a 64 or 65. But if you're hitting it poorly and you're not thinking squarely, I'm telling you what, 77s and 78s come into the equation real quick.
The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Handy effort, that one. Currently -5. Currently leading. That's tidy. 13 feet to the cup.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will move him to 6 under par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
Opting for the 6 iron. A great shot here at the 8th and a chance for birdie. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Okay, let's get back to the action. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
Bit too heavy-handed there. An opportunity to make their par. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. The par 5 9th is a monster over 600 yards, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
I think the challenging part about it, Lucas, is just straight away. You have to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and a straight third shot to find the green in 3. It really is just that simple and straightforward. The green does have 2 tiers on it, but for the most part, Luke, it's an inviting third shot.
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
And hitting yet another green here in regulation.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
It's half a chance of being holed, this one. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Putting for birdie.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Ooh, right by the hole. Big putt for par coming up. Okay, let's head to the next. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Well, that's beautifully judged. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
You're kidding me. Did he hold that? And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. And back to the course with the live action. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
Looking good so far.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. All right, Rich, the par 5 13th, so much has been said about it. I'm interested in your thoughts.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now.
That dog will hunt.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
This is from miles away.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just didn't drop. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. It's just about 3 feet away. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. We stride across the 15th, Rich, and we talk about strong par 4s. This is another one.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Going with the 5-wood. Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
A birdie putt awaits.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Beautiful shot.
Wow, what can you say? Holing it out from the fairway. Every player loves that feeling. What a shot indeed.
Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
The penultimate hole at Torrey Pines South is not a long par 4, but the danger lurks everywhere.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
This one is chewing fiber.
Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Ooh, nice line. And that will drop in for a birdie. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Here's Will Zalatoris. Oh, I thought that one was going in. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying an 8-stroke advantage. Now the finishing hole here at Torrey Pines South, one of the more famous on the PGA Tour, site of so many of Tiger's wonderful victories. Par 5, you can get there in 2.
You can, but you have to thread your drive in between those 4 fairway bunkers that line the fairway. From there, now you have to think, do I want to take on this flag with the bunkers right, bunkers left, and certainly the water in front? It's a daunting second shot, but if you're brave enough to take it on, then you could reap massive rewards.
Ooh, what a time to chip one in here to win the event. And this putt for the tournament. Good looking putt. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.